Hi, and welcome back to Bulgarian organic smallholding. It's still Friday, just a little bit later than the film about trying to get the livestock trailer tires pumped up. Anyway, you can see I'm back in the woolen hat. I'm out of shorts, I'm back into long trousers. Weather is about 15 degrees, it's supposed to reach 20. For us that's getting cooler and winter is approaching. We are nearly into November, and so whilst during the summer months it's mainly shorts and t-shirts, although I always like to wear good boots on my feet. I'm not a flip-flop type of guy, and you know, I have a necessity to have some tools on me all the time, and I'm not this kind of guy who likes to walk around in the village area, you know, with a big machete hanging from my belt unless I'm actually using it, or a big knife or something. And during the cooler period, winter months, spring, you know, I'm usually wearing a ex-military combat jacket, or even a new made combat jacket of some description, where I have a lot of pockets, and cargo pants, I mean military trousers with big pockets. You can carry a lot of stuff. In the summer I don't have this option. I don't want to carry a rucksack as such. So you know, the buzzword EDC, everyday carry, if you want to use that. I just want to show you quickly, it's going to be a very short 3 minutes clip, nothing more, of the stuff I find useful to have on my person when I'm out and about, and reason why. I'm going to swing around now, show you the reason why, and then I'll show you what I carry. Okay, so I came down this morning with the dogs for their walk, and I noticed that because we had some very strong winds the last couple of days, not so great weather, and this branch has broken off this tree, which actually Timo had cut because it was rotten, but part of it got caught up there in this tree, and I haven't had a chance to pull it down yet. You can probably see the tail end of it sticking up there in the air in the middle of nowhere. And obviously the wind brought this branch off, and it dropped. Fortunately, it didn't drop on my tarp, but it dropped across one of my guy lines, and it's under a lot of tension now. But because I use these fasteners, I don't put it straight on there. Hopefully this will give before this gives. Anyway, the point being that yeah, I could just probably hoy it off, but I will cut it, and that's the reason why. I could just have done it, but I thought I'll film it so show you guys, you know, this is the sort of things. I mean, you know, thank goodness it's not a huge tree, and this is why when people go camping, wild camping in the woods and stuff, they really need to watch out for what we call deadfall. But it doesn't have to be deadfall here. I mean, deadfall means it's a standing dead tree, but you know, these aren't willow. I'm not sure what these are, I've forgotten what they are, but you know, there's another branch come down over there in that direction, dropped, and if it drops on an electric fence and I have a problem, I might have to go get the chainsaw, which I don't obviously carry with me. Anyway, what do I carry? So for carrying, I just use a standard fanny pack. This is actually a Camel Active. I had it for a lot of years. It's got a very good zip on it, which is held for a lot of years. Okay, the lining is starting to come apart. I, you know, covered some of the bits up with tape. I tied a bit of paracord around here, and I got one of these fancy little, you know, Bear Grylls type bracelet things on there. They're more decorative, but they could come in useful. But the main point is, I need a blade. I don't need, you know, something ultra expensive. This is a cheap Fiskars. It's stainless steel, so it's useful when I want to cut up some zucchini or something for the pigs when I'm down here. I have a blade. I don't particularly, you know, spend all the time sharpening it. It does the job, cuts baling string. The most important tool I find, which I'll use for cutting this, is my folding saw. This one just happens to be a Wolf Garden. I've been carrying it most of this year, and I have a whole range of them, you know, from silkies to whatever, but you know, this works fine. So if it's not broken, don't fix it. Secateurs I don't use that often. Again, they're Fiskars, but you know, sometimes I'm walking, I get an overhanging branch, not a you know, a thorny branch from something that could poke my eye out. It's just handy to be able to get the secateurs on the rose bushes and whatever, and just snip it off. Okay, I have a comb in there. You know, I might meet some babber in the village that fancies me, and I might need to look good, so I have a comb. This little plastic bag is for containing this. I have a notepad. Sometimes because I don't carry my mobile phone, so if I want to make a note, a few little pencils that I usually get from yes, Practica, when they used to supply them, and IKEA. This is also Practica, and a knob end of something there that obviously needs a bit of tape on the end of it. And yeah, this is just if I want to draw a straight line or something in there in the notepad. Just an ordinary, I don't know, it's even faded away. It's just a wet wipe, a salvietki that I picked up from somewhere, or aircraft or whatever. Just keep it. It's still okay. I can feel it's not dried out. And this is a, you know, because sometimes I'm out and I get a splinter in my finger and I can't bloody see it. So this is a nice little tool. It's got a decent compass on it. It's a pretty decent little compass. Gives me a general direction. The magnifying glass in the middle, and the thermometer, which now I've had my fingers on it. Will it focus? I don't know. And what's it reading? It's reading all about 18 degrees, so not so bad. It also has a little ruler on it. Not that I really need that, but okay, this is a bit of a gimmick item I just bought. It's like, you know, a couple of dollars, a couple of euro. It's the same, similar to that one. It's paracord, which you could unravel and use, but it's a little gimmicky because it has actually a small ferro rod here. And okay, I can't do it one-handed and I'm holding the camera, but this little striker slides out of there. And I haven't tried it yet. I will at some stage, see if it works. It's only a backup. I do light fires here and there. It's just a backup in case my main lighter runs out of fuel. I'm a smoker, so I carry a lighter anyway. So that's it. It all fits. I mean, all the knife, the secateurs, and the folding saw fit in the main pack, and the notepad, protractor, salvietki, wet wipe, whatever you're going to call it, and this little tool slip in the back. Somebody's business card there from some military suppliers that I haven't taken out. Another little bit of string I didn't even know was in there. Okay. And that's it. So, as I say, in the next few weeks, maybe less, I'll be back in the combat jacket and the fanny pack, whatever you term it, will become redundant because all this stuff will go into my pockets, button-down pockets or whatever. That's it. I don't know whether you find this interesting or not. And how did I get to 8 minutes? It wasn't meant to be 8 minutes. It was meant to be 3 or 4 minutes. I have to do some editing, Evie. So anyway, I forgot to say in the last film. I'll say it on this one. Please subscribe. You know where the wolf head is. It's either down there or down there. I do need your subscriptions to make it worthwhile making the films. I'm growing little bit by bit, but I mean, you know, 300 is better than none, but it would be nice if it could be 2,000, 3,000. I'd be very happy with that, but you know, as I say, I can't force people to subscribe. They either find me interesting, boring. It's up to you. I do my best. Anyway, over and out for now. Thank you for watching. Cut.